everybody? Welcome back to the Story Motors Podcast. My name is Robert. His name is Mike. This is Oliver. He's walking around looking for a place to lay down. Mikey, how you doing today, bub?
Doing pretty good, Robert. How about yourself, buddy?
I am doing fantastic. All right.
Good.
It is a lovely Thursday evening. I've got no work tomorrow. And,
you lucky son of a bitch.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Today's Tuesday.
Oh, fuck. I work tomorrow.
Ah.
Yeah. I also work Friday. I don't know what I was talking about. But tomorrow is an RSL match. So last one of the season that I can go to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
So if y'all want to come out, let me know. So how was your day today, bud?
Just
you seem tired.
Fun. I am tired. It was one of those long, fun days of just emotionally exhausting stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of frustrating medical mumbo jumbo. So, you know.
Are they finally going to do something about how your dick is way too big? I know it hurts your back and everything.
They gave me a little cart for it.
Okay.
That's about really the extent of what my insurance will cover.
A medicinal cart for your giant donger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I can take the carpool lane wherever, because, I just slide it over there and put a hat on it, and people think it's a person.
Maybe put a couple googly eyes on it.
I tried that once. Pulling them off was really painful.
Yeah, you got to get the pull tab ones. Not just the sticky ones. Yeah.
No, see, that was my mistake. I think just next time I'm just going to put some sunglasses on him,
Yeah, I mean, that also works.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hi, Oliver. Yep. How are you today, buddy?
Yeah, how's Ollie doing, huh?
Ollie got scared yesterday because the power went out.
Oh, no.
For like 20 seconds and then came back on.
Oh, buddy.
And then he just he was terrified. He was like shaking. I'm like, what the fuck? It was the middle of the day, so like it wasn't like it went out because there was like a storm or anything. No, it just went out like 20 seconds
and then came back.
Oh, I was like, all right, bud. I'm sorry. I guess I don't know what to tell you.
Silly little guy. Happens to the best of us, though.
Yeah, he's a good boy, though. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
He got his dumb fucking teeth right out in front of him because he's got an underbite. Puppy face. Well, Mikey, what have you been gaming on this week? I've been seeing you doing some more Armored Core 6, and you tried to do a bit of Fallout London.
Tried unsuccessfully. Think I nipped that problem in the bud, though. So I think we'll be good for tonight as you listen to this. So, and if not, I don't know. Go ahead and stream for 12 minutes and drop a raid on somebody. I don't care.
Fuck it. That's what the pros do.
Fuck it. Exactly. Yep. Seriously. But yeah, in lieu of Fallout London, been cheers. Zach with the Dr. Pepper here. Armored Core 6. As you hear this, I finally beat the Chapter 4 boss, which everybody says is the hardest boss in the game.
Seems silly to put it in Chapter 4 and not the end, but okay.
Right? But, I just had to have a friend send nuggies in the chat. That's what got me through. So,
hell yeah, send nuggies.
Yep. So
she apparently I went into good friend Virum Dex's chat yesterday to say hi. I was gonna play something all day, and then my spouse and I decided to just hang out and watch a movie instead. So then I got onto Twitch a bit later, and just was hanging out in Virum Dex's chat. And I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he's like, "Hey, you just missed somebody talking shit about you." And I was like, "It's fucking Nuggies, wasn't it?" Yep.
Yeah.
Goddamn Nuggies. I'll fight her. I'll fucking fight her. I'll lose, but I'll fight her.
I mean, it's not going to be a long fight for you. It's going to be, the shame will come quick for you.
Nah, it's fine. But still,
whatever.
I got to do what I got to do. Okay?
Yeah.
All right? I'm going to go to her Stardew Valley farm and just piss on it somewhere. I don't know, just in a corner somewhere.
Get the shit beat out of you by a shovel.
Yeah. Are
There it
shovels
is.
sentient in that world? I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
So, yeah, we've got I've got Dex's stream up on the big TV over here. He's playing a scary game. Yeah, called the Grave Digger, and I already told him I fucking hate it because it's a scary game called the Grave Digger, and there's no fucking monster trucks. What gives? The fuck?
Yeah, seriously.
My nephew's favorite fucking monster truck is Grave Digger because he's got class. God. Well. I love beer. Mike, I think I need to talk to you about what I've been playing a little bit.
What have you been playing?
What I played for quite a while, actually, over the last weekend. There was a demo for, my just most anticipated game for the year. I've got the gameplay up now from the demo. Metaphor. I don't know how to fucking say the second word. I legitimately have multiple different clips of official videos from Atlas saying it different ways. So it's either Metaphor ReFantazio, Metaphor ReFantazio,
Fantazio?
Metaphor ReFantazero. I don't know. Want a Fanta? Want a Fanta. But, yeah, Metaphor ReFantazio or ReFantazia. I don't know. Anyway, Metaphor. Let's just call it Metaphor.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I've talked about this quite a bit already on the podcast because they announced it a while back. Sometime I think the official reveal was Game Awards last year. I want to say they said they were working on it years ago, but then the actual reveal of Metaphor, the name and everything, and like the first trailer of it was at the Game Awards last year, unless I'm mistaken. But yeah, fucking new Atlas RPG from the people that made Personas 3, 4, and 5. And this very much feels like it's made by the people who made Personas 3, 4, and 5.
Nice.
In a good way. But yeah, this demo came out on, was it Thursday, Friday? And I started playing it and played it for about 8 hours over the weekend and streamed the whole thing. Got to the end of it and I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And then the next day I got on, or like actually after I finished it and I got off of playing it, I got on Twitter and was like, oh, I wonder what people think about the demo. And everybody's posting about this other boss and this other whole dungeon that they went to that I didn't even fucking see. And I was like, the hell?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so then I looked it up and, to how to get there. And the demo is the prologue of the game. And then it kind of sets up the first, I guess like Persona 5 terms, the first palace. Because in Persona 5, you get a palace, you have somebody, and then it's like a set time. It's like, we have to get this done within 12 days or else, the world ends or something. I don't know. But in this, it sets up that first one. It says, hey, we've got this main story mission that has to be done within 10 days. So then you have 10 days, and you can do something during the day and something at night, and you got social stats, all that stuff. So the prologue happens, and then you get 3 days to do whatever you want. Okay. So when I played it the first time, I was walking around, I was talking to people, getting little side missions and everything. Spoke to one person, and they're like, oh, I need this medicine for my daughter, but people hate me because of my tribe, which is kind of like the race of people. There's a bunch of different tribes, and they all have different characteristics, and they're, there's a very, very, very subtle, thing about racism in this game. But he's like, yeah, I need this medicine for my daughter. The only place that has it is this church, and they won't even let me in, so I can't buy it, so my daughter's going to die. And I'm like, oh, I'll go try to fucking buy it, And I talked to another person, and he's like, I work as a chef, and I just want to know how this other place, cooks food, so could you go do that for me and then come tell me? It's like, okay, cool, that's easy. Spoke to another person, and she's literally like, yeah, I wanted to hire you for something, but now that I think about it, you're way too young. And then it pops up and it says, maybe if my wisdom social stat was higher, then I can talk to her into letting me do this. And I was like, it's a demo. I've only got 3 days. That's just there in the game. Whatever, you know. So go get the medicine, go do the cooking thing, and then on the 3rd day, I go to the main dungeon for the main story and go through it as far as I can. And it gets to a certain point, and then it's like, hey, you reached the end of the demo. Boom. And it's like before like a big boss fight. I was like, oh, cool. And the next day, like I said, I saw people doing, like, talking about some other boss in some other dungeon. I look it up, and I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? Oh, you have to do specific things on day 1 and 2 to then be able to speak to that person and get your wisdom up enough to where you can say, no, I'll do it for you anyway. So on day 1, I did something. On day 2, I did something, and then I talked to her, and she's like, hey, here's this thing. And then I went out, and it was a whole new dungeon with a whole different boss, and it was literally just a side dungeon with a really strong boss at the end for this mission. Is essentially a bounty mission. And then you get back, you turn it in the next day, and that's your 3 days. And so you essentially have the choice to do one or the other, or just fuck off and do whatever you want for 3 days. Yeah. So I went back the next day and then streamed that, and I think as this is up, I should have those on my YouTube, kind of as like a choose your own adventure thing, where I'm going to put the first bit up, and then at the end there'll be links to kind of either way, doing this or this, and just click on whichever one or watch all 3, whatever. But yeah, fucking Metaphor is going to take over my life next week on the 11th of October when it comes out, and I have the day off work.
Hooray!
It was not planned. So,
hey, even better.
Give me the fucking balloons. Or fireworks is good too.
Whatever.
That works.
One or the other.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that was my weekend. Let me see if I can get to a point. Ooh, yeah, actually, yes, there's a big boss fight. What about here? That's Grius. Oh, I already killed the human.
Well, they deserved it.
No, this is the Awakening. You rip out your heart, and it's a metal heart.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very Persona, like I said.
Jesus.
But, yeah, I know that it's going to, kind of, it's 100% my shit. So I will be playing it. I think, yeah, the day it comes out, like I said, I've got the day off work, which I wasn't planning on, so I think I'm just going to stream it all day from when I go get it, because I got to go pick it up from Best Buy. I got a physical copy.
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah, I'll just be streaming it that whole day, I think.
Nice.
But Mike, I'm sorry to spend
all right.
even more time talking about JRPGs that you will never want to play.
I mean, I might give it a try. Be honest with you.
I mean,
maybe for extra.
There's a demo. I don't know if it's only next gen or if it's on like the PS4 as well. I'm not sure.
Figure it out.
Oh, and this was I took this screenshot right here.
Yeah.
To point out the DEI that this fucking game has.
Ugh.
Goddamn DEI ruining my goddamn woke games, pissing me off.
Woke Atlas.
Woke Atlas
making their slice of life JRPGs.
Goddamn, with their DE and I. Yeah. That's an HP recovery skill. But Mikey, yeah.
Yo.
Do you want to tell the kids and explain our topic for the day? Let's cut into that.
I mean, we could. I can give it a try.
You can try. Okay. Let's.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Believe in you.
So back in my day when I was but a youth, the game was the game. The thing you bought it, software, etc., or
TV toys.
Exactly. Like these places. the game was just kind of the game. And then you started doing you started learning there are more platforms out there, not just consoles. You have PC games. And they made extra parts of the game that you'd have to go buy. You'd have to go brave a very gnarly thunderstorm to go to a Kmart to pick it up. Yeah. Just to let you know about.
I mean, I think what you're talking about is there's a game and there's extra and you have to go buy it. That's a sequel, right? That's just a sequel.
No.
What?
No.
What?
We called them, kids, expansion packs. Yes, because it was a pack of stuff that expanded the game.
Okay.
Like usually more
like just like clothes, like
no, it usually added
or
like extra levels, extra, maybe a little extra story content. Yeah, I know.
But
that's the way we liked it. We loved it. It was
great.
Could
I get armor for my horse?
Oh, buddy. That comes later. But no, tonight we are talking about the best DLC and expansions for games. So,
Yep.
I kind of got over my skis on that thing.
Yeah, expansions, I mean, we talked about this before we started recording. Like an expansion pack for a game that came out before there was downloadable DLC, that's fucking DLC. Because if that game came out today, it would be fucking DLC.
Yeah.
Which,
and that thing about braving a thunderstorm to go to Kmart to pick up something.
Yeah.
That is how me and my brother picked up one of the expansions we're going to be talking about.
Ooh, is it this one that I've got queued up and I've got here on the screen?
Oh boy. Oh. Bet your sweet ass it is.
In the opening cinematic of Diablo Dos, Lord of Destruction.
And takes me back.
So, Mike, tell me what was this expansion like? Because I've the only Diablo that I've played is a bit of 4. That's the newest one, right?
Yeah, it's the newest one. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if it was 3 or 4. Yeah, a bit of 4, and I was like, oh, okay, and
Yeah. I mean, so like Diablo was made by a bunch of dudes who liked playing D&D, but they would make their own custom dungeons where it's literally you just go in there and kill things and get cool shit. So that's really kind of the nuts and bolts of every Diablo. But Diablo 2, it took advantage of faster PCs, made the game run quicker, more enemies on screen, online gaming, which was pretty awesome. But what this did, what Lord of Destruction did, was it introduced a new prime evil for you to defeat, the guy being carried in on the litter there.
Is it Diablo?
No, it's not Diablo.
I tried.
No. You defeat Diablo at the end of Act 4, which was originally the end of the game.
Okay.
Yep, then you got Bale. But yeah, so it added a new boss, a couple of new classes, the Assassin and the Druid, I believe. And then you also got a whole new act to explore. Mythical northern realms of the Barbarian.
The gates of Secheron have stood for eons beyond remembrance. And you
watching
shall
this.
not reach them now.
I mean, I feel like that's a small gate compared to a giant army, my guy.
I mean, listen.
You shall not be allowed to reach Mount Ariat. And that which you seek will not be
So who's this fucker?
Hey, some dude.
Is he important?
Not really. I mean, the dude yelling is important.
Yeah, but
guy holding his head, not so much.
Frodo's big brother is not important, is what you're saying.
Not necessarily.
I mean, take your position.
He's got some, chutzpah.
He does.
Standing up to this dude who's got a face fucking strapped onto his head.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, Mike, what does, I know one thing about the Diablo 4 expansions that have been coming out that some people don't like, where you apparently have to, like, start a whole new character.
Yeah.
Play them. Was that a thing here?
You could take your character that you spent hours grinding on.
Yeah.
Or, creating with one of the many third-party character creation tools that just lets you build a character and give him all the crazy unique weapons and armor that didn't actually exist in the game. Shout out to Jamella's item editor. That was fun. But yeah, you could take your character into Act 5 just as it was with the equipment, skills, everything. It was pretty awesome.
So this was like an Act 5 and not just a... Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. When is it coming out?
So...
it doesn't have the release date. That's too bad. That's too bad.
So, it looks like that was posted 7 years ago for like the 20th anniversary.
Jesus Christ. That's how old this is, bud.
Yep. Well, I know.
Yeah. So...
Again.
This is just like set to loop. So yeah, Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction. Is this your first, would you say this is your first DLC, quote unquote, expansion pack, all that fun stuff?
Oh yeah. I mean, I had played Star Wars Brood War, but I was never a Star Wars or
Starcraft.
Star
Trek.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, Star Trek. Yeah.
Star Trek. Yeah, exactly.
Stargate.
Klaatu Barada Nikto.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Stargate. Use the Force, Harry. That crap.
There we go.
I was never a huge StarCraft guy, but I had played vanilla StarCraft and then the Brood War expansion, which was really cool. Because a lot of expansions at the time were just kind of like shit out to try to extend the life of the game. Something that we do not see to this day.
Oh no, not at all.
No, never. It was a dark time, and we have moved past that. But yeah, no, it is, like Brood War and Lord of Destruction, like they were made with care. Like it almost feels like they were like the last thing cut from the game before release. Like that's how good the quality and the cinematics and everything is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I think...
I still have my physical copy of Diablo 2 and Lord of Destruction kicking around somewhere.
You just unlocked a memory in my head, and I need to just look something up.
Okay.
And this is off screen because I got to do a little bit of research here.
That's fine. You do that.
I believe this was it. It was. So I'm gonna pull this back up. A core memory unlocked. There was a game called Dungeon Keeper.
Oh.
That, to this day, I've never played.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Bullfrog Productions came out like it was computer, Windows game. It's let's see what I don't even know. Legitimately, I don't. It's a strategy video game developed by Bullfrog under Peter Molyneux. There we go.
MS DOS, baby.
Yeah. So.
Hey.
Gameplay: you attempt to build and manage a dungeon while protecting it from enemies, who are heroes coming to destroy your dungeon because you're, doing a dungeon. So I've still to this day never played it. Okay, but I have a memory now. Oh, that's that's great. That's so great that that's a bigger picture now. Where I remember. Maybe it was the summer this came out, or maybe a year or so later, or something. This expansion pack, The Deeper Dungeons, was in a discount bin at the... what was it? I think it was at Ramtam, which was a media store. No, it was either that or MediaMarkt in Germany when I was there for the summer. And it was in the discount bin, and I had no fucking idea what the game was or what expansion packs were, so I just thought this was a game.
Oh no.
So my little kid ass bought it. I was like 9, 10 years old maybe. Bought this because I saw this cover that I can't really make bigger because fuck me, right?
You know.
And then when I got home, I tried to put it into the computer and play it, and it was like, you need this. But it was in German, so I still had no idea what I was doing. And after like 5 minutes, I was just like, you know what? That was 5 marks that I spent. Whatever. And I threw it away. So, yeah, that's... Sorry, yeah, talking about the expansion packs and everything just brought that back into my mind. But...
Oh, yeah.
I think my first DLC expansion packs that I really remember, and I'm trying to think if this is timeline-wise, is the Fallout 3 DLCs.
Oh, okay.
And then, you know, like, so Fallout New Vegas and everything. But I remember with the Fallout 3 DLCs, they released them online, you could buy them, and then when they released the Game of the Year edition of Fallout 3 that had all the DLC with it, it was actually on a separate disc that you could put in and install on your Xbox, and then you could give that disc to somebody else and they could do it too.
Hell yeah.
Which was really
God.
interesting. But yeah, I mean...
Such a simpler time.
Right? Fucking just easy as shit. But we were talking before this, and I was trying to think of what my favorite Fallout DLC is from all the games. You know, 3, New Vegas, 76-4. You know, I don't think there's really any expansion packs for 1 and 2.
I don't think so.
Yeah, or Tactics or anything. But, yeah, 3, you had Mothership Zeta.
Operation Anchorage.
Yep, that one... Let's be honest, that was lame.
Yeah.
And look, all the DLC packs for the Fallout games are not great. Okay?
No. They're not winners, but I mean, you know.
But I think what my favorite one is, and I'm going to run this demo here, is the Lonesome Road DLC for Fallout New Vegas.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So my reason for loving this one is that their DLC strategy for Fallout New Vegas was very much, you know, it was obviously like pre-planned, but to the point where when they were making the game, you actually got kind of you got a bunch of references to this, to what happens in this DLC, Lonesome Road, in like the finale of New Vegas and then the finale of all the other DLCs. And everything that you hear at the end of the games is about your character, the Courier. And it's like, oh, yeah, and then later on when the Courier and Ulysses had their massive battle at the Divide, this and this and this and this. And for so long you just heard that, and you're like, what the... Okay, apparently that's something that this character did at some point. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then this being the final DLC, Lonesome Road, where you are contacted by Ulysses, who was the original courier picked to deliver the platinum chip in the main game, who said no to it, and it led to this whole thing, the Divide happening, and this fucking nuclear blast destroying this area and killing a bunch of people. And all of the DLC packs had clues and had things leading up to this one. And it was just a perfect fucking bow on the present of Fallout New Vegas.
You, Courier. You were the reason.
And Ulysses is just badass.
Mm-hmm.
See the divide. See what happened. What was done.
God, I want to play New Vegas again.
Your
Right?
world stripped bare. All its beasts. Its shadow.
But yeah, did you play all the because I know you did a New Vegas playthrough recently. Last
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. And then I just kind of started
You know the way.
playing again,
All your weapons.
and I just kept using console commands. To, I'm just like, I kind of actually want to explore and kind of enjoy some stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Whatever flag
Yeah.
you're carrying now.
Yeah, man.
And at the divide. You
And I'm
But-
like I'm not. I think this is pretty much established. I'm not one of those people that's like New Vegas is the only good new Fallout. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But the New Vegas DLC is so much better than the Fallout 3 DLC.
Walk it.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't think you can fucking argue that at all.
No, I mean you can try.
You know,
we can have this discussion.
Yeah.
But you know,
But yeah, like, was it Dead Money?
Dead Money, Honest Hearts, which I really liked.
Yes, and Honest Hearts
Old
was
World
with
Blues.
it was like fucking
Honest
set
Hearts,
in
yeah.
Salt Lake, or it was set in Utah.
Yeah, it's set in Zion Park, Zion National Park.
It was cool as shit.
Yeah.
Old World Blues, which had fucking crazy robots, and then you got a fucking robot spine and shit and brain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, like you were a head in a jar for a minute.
Almost done.
yeah.
Great.
But yeah, the Fallout New Vegas DLC
Your world
is just it's banger after banger after
good.
banger after banger.
It's
You know,
shadow.
Yeah, like it's hard to argue against it.
yeah. But and what was 3? Yeah, 3 we said Mothership Zeta, which was all right.
Operation Anchorage, which
Bring all your weapons. Bring
I
Big
mean,
ol'-
it kind of expanded the story a little bit, but I mean,
It expanded like a small part
whatever flag your
yeah, it felt like
of the world.
it felt like the storytelling it did could have just been
ending to things.
like a cutscene.
Okay. Yeah,
No.
the Pit.
Oh, the Pit's good.
It's pretty cool. And they've actually
That
brought
one-
back the Pit now. You can go to the Pit in Fallout 76
Hell yeah.
years before Fallout 3 happens.
Yeah, all right.
Broken Steel, which obviously is a Brotherhood of Steel, and I don't remember the actual story bits of a couple of these. And then Point Lookout, which was like you go to like the amusement park kind of, and no, that was like the
Yeah.
swampy area, right? With the inbreds and shit. Point Lookout.
Yeah.
Courier.
Yeah.
For the reason.
Yep.
Yeah. So
See
Broken
the
Steel is the third and most significant DLC pack, altering the original ending of Fallout 3. So that's the... Well, really? Was that not the first one that came out then? Huh.
your worlds.
I mean, you'd think that was it, but...
All its beasts. Its shadow.
Yeah, so Operation Anchorage and the Pit happened during the events of Fallout 3, and Broken Steel is the one that actually alters the ending, where your character survives, as opposed to just, oh, hey, giant fucking super mutant friend of mine, can you go in there and press a button and come right back out? No, this is your story. You finish it, Cody Rhodes.
No, you get your ass in there, Dusty. Fucking hit that button.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Lonesome Road might be my favorite DLC, or Far Harbor in 4, but that's like a personal thing for me.
Yeah.
Because Far Harbor, I signed up and I was chosen to be in like the beta of Far Harbor. So I got it a couple months before it released. I got to play the whole thing. I got to like keep it and everything, obviously. And, you know, it was just like play this and let us know if you have any bugs. And I didn't
Nice.
have any fucking bugs at all, except for the bugs that you kill. Am I right? High five.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like for me, like I'm have very fond memories of Far Harbor. The DLC itself is phenomenal, except for that weird Dima bit where you're in cyberspace. I don't know what that whole thing was about.
Yeah,
yeah. But Lonesome Road is killer. Now, Mike, let's see.
Yes,
what
sir.
what do we wanna shift gears to? I think
I think that's the perfect transition. Shifting gears to talk about one of the DLCs that I bought and paid for and was just stupid excited about. It is the Forza Horizon 4 Lego Speed Champions. Yeah.
Hey, Tegan and Sarah on Lonely Island, be fucking cool about this. Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
Was this the first Lego DLC for a Forza game?
Yeah.
Because I think
Pretty
they
sure
did
it
it
was.
also in Horizon 5 now as well.
Yeah.
And then Lego released their own racing game a few years ago. And also, no, I remember there was a Lego racer for the N64 that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, like,
So
yeah,
this is
this
gonna be a
was just
dumbass question. Why did you buy this?
because I like Lego.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a dumb fucking question. You like
Yeah.
Lego, and you're the car guy of the podcast.
Yeah. No, and it just added like this Lego world where you could take your cars that you had already in the game, and then you could get Lego versions of your cars. Like there's a McLaren Senna, that thing right there, and there's like a Mini Cooper. Yeah, and you could take them to the regular Forza Horizon version of England. And,
Yeah, because 4 was in
Yeah.
England. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I got into Forza Horizon 4 super late. As a bit before 5 came out, actually. So I played a ton of Forza Horizon 5. Did not do a lot of 4, except for... I think the most that I played it was a few years back in December, when I was doing the True Achievements 12 Days of Christmas challenge that I do every year. Which we will go over in December.
Okay.
Because I fucking love that thing, and I not even challenge everybody, I just fucking invite everybody, make an account at trueachievements.com, because it's just 12 days of challenges to get achievements in games, and it's just a fun thing, and every December I end up playing just a bunch of games that I would never play otherwise, because it was just something that was not on my radar, and it's like, you can, you know, I need to get this and this and this type of achievement. What can I get? And it's like, oh, go to Forza Horizon 4, and you can get this achievement for, like, this achievement that starts with this letter by doing this in the game. You know, so then I go and install Forza Horizon 4, and I'm playing for a bit, and then I get that achievement, and then I'm like, oh, fuck, this map is dope as shit. So then I just end up playing Forza Horizon 4 for a bit, you know? But that'll be in December. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, they brought the Lego thing back for Forza Horizon 5. So,
yeah,
they very clearly, you know, it probably sold well, you know?
Dude, yeah, it's so awesome. Like, it's just, like, it's already just, like, a kind of a dumb fun game, you know? Like, you can take it as serious or as not serious as you want, and frankly, taking it not serious is the best way to play Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, it's Lego. Like, you're exploring a Lego world in a Lego car. And then, you know, I don't know where...
the Legos if you crash too hard?
Or I know, like, other stuff just... Because there's a lot of destructible stuff in there, yeah. So, like, other stuff will explode into Lego. So... Yeah, it's just fun.
Ooh, our good friend, OMJesus, just went live.
Oh.
Yeah, if you are not following OMJesus on Twitch, do it.
Follow OMJesus.
Yeah, Forza Horizon 4 Lego. This is a good one.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was like Top Gear. It's how, like, I secretly tricked a lot of not car people into kind of getting into cars a little bit.
I mean, for me, that was just Forza Horizon 5.
Yeah.
Actually, like, I'm a big fan of the Horizon series. I tried doing motorsports, and that's way too sim for me.
It's,
you know?
God. Yeah, it's not. I mean, honestly, if you've got a PS5, if we really wanted to try to get you into, like, an actual proper racing game, there's Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah.
Like, there's a far superior option out there, but at the same time, it's like, look at this.
Yeah.
Driving around England. Northern England, Scotland. Come on. Chased down by a giant fucking Scania truck.
Like, my big thing with Forza Horizon is just a fun fucking game to just drive around in, especially, like, when you got friends, and games like Wreckfest. You know, we used to play it on your stream and with our buddy Scruffy, and those are the racing games that I like. But Forza Horizon is definitely, like, at the top of that list of racing games that I very much enjoy.
Yeah.
But let's see. What's the other? I've got a list here, so we can kind of jump into. Ooh. Okay. Okay. This one. So this DLC is very, very, and it's rated M for mature.
Oh, wow.
For one of my all-time favorite games and series. And this was a DLC that I actually never played until the Legendary Edition of this trilogy came out. And I played it there, and it's incredible.
Huh?
This is the Mass Effect 3 DLC, Citadel. And this is just the DLC trailer.
Shepard, you need a place that's yours. Somewhere to recharge. Clear your head.
So in this DLC, have you played? No, you haven't played Mass Effect,
practical.
right?
No, but in this DLC, Keith David tells you to fuck off and take a vacation?
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
So this DLC added
Commander, this is urgent.
essentially an apartment for your character, and then a whole, like area where there was like gambling and stuff, and there were games.
New people.
And then there's a whole storyline where there's like a terrorist attack in this restaurant that you're in, and then the person who is running the terrorist attack, the leader of these terrorists, is Commander Shepard, which is who you are. And it's a whole
Having a bad
like
day, Shepard.
fucking cloned thing, and they're essentially trying to they cloned your character, and they're trying to frame you for all this shit to kind of make you seem like a piece of shit. And you have to figure out what is happening and why it's you, and stop you from doing everything.
Yeah.
But
Dude.
it's an incredible DLC story, first off.
Huh?
And it, I think for me, it's got a it's got a much better ending than Mass Effect 3 does.
Yeah, that's what the one thing I've constantly heard. The ending of Mass Effect 3 is just like, oh.
It's a fine ending, story-wise, but it was the implementation of it, which a lot of people did not like.
Okay.
Fuck you, Ashley. You spacist. But yeah, no, the Citadel DLC, and I won't tell you how the actual story bit ends.
Everyone say Normandy.
But this right here, there's a big old picture that you take with your friends and everything. After you do the story of the DLC, then there's a little mini thing where you're essentially just setting up a massive party in your new apartment.
Hell yeah. I like that.
Because it's like hey, we're going to go into this giant battle and maybe we won't survive, so let's have this giant fucking party to knock it off. And like that's the end of Mass Effect 3. Let's just say that we defeated the big bad, then we had this party. Cool.
It's practical.
I like
We
it.
need you in the best shape possible.
Yeah, like I said, I
Focus.
played the fuck out of Mass Effect 3 when it came out. And I think after I beat it, I don't know if I was like disappointed or something, but I just did not
Yeah, I think he's
notice any
aware of
DLC that came out
Other people.
at all.
New people.
So, yeah. But yeah, Mass Effect 3 Citadel DLC, which is in the Legendary Edition. All the DLC except for I think 1, maybe 2 packs are in the Legendary Edition, and those are just shit packs anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, let's see. Tell me about this one here. Because we did a whole episode about this series.
Is our most desperate hour.
Okay.
Unless we make
Oh.
a stand here.
Hell yeah.
and now,
Tiny.
We're gonna die.
Oh yeah. Tiny Tina's assault on Dragon Keep. Of what? Yeah. So this was just an expansion to Borderlands 2. Because,
The coin is missing.
they just kind of kept coming out with expansions. Some of them were just super short, some of them were a little more intensive.
Night of justice and cupcakes.
But this was borderline a whole new ass game. Like all of your favorite characters were still there. Mechanics were roughly the same, but yeah, Jesus. It
So
was
how does this compare to Tiny Tina's Wonderlands?
it's pretty much the same.
Okay.
Like, it's a lot the same.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, this is like Tiny Tina's Wonderland's kind of expanded and, you know, yeah, leaned more into the D&D bunkers and badasses thing. You know, like this is like it says it's a one-shot adventure, and that's very much so feels like a D&D one-shot.
Yeah.
So, you know, something where it's just like you, your buddies, like me and some of our friends, we're sitting around a table, and I'm just like, all right, guys, this is what D&D is kind of like, you know, but it's self-contained, doesn't really branch off, none of that fun stuff.
Most desperate hour.
Yeah,
Unless we make a stand.
it's so different than the game it came from that it literally spawned a spin-off game.
Yeah. So like I said, I did a bit of Wonderland. I probably played about 5-6 hours of it. So I don't know how. I know we did a whole episode on fucking Borderlands, but I don't know how much of the actual gameplay mechanics have changed, or if it was just kind of, hey, it's this, but now instead of a gun, you've got a crossbow, you know, shit like that.
Yeah. Oh no, it's still a Borderlands based game. Like that's one you can't really get away from it. But it's God, Mr. Torg just being in there screaming shit, telling you to destroy things because Mr. Torg is awesome. Yeah. But also, like, the story told in this is really, like, it hurts. Because this takes place, you know, after Borderlands 2. So, you've got, like, Roland's dead, but nobody has the heart to tell this 13-year-old
Kevin Hart?
girl who... Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Kevin Hart's dead. Ran him over with a truck. Yeah, no,
Elon.
God damn it. Dumpster fucking truck.
I think it's so
yeah,
ugly.
no, like it's so terrible. But yeah, I mean, there's this 13-year-old girl who idolized Roland, looked up to him, thought he was the greatest, and all the people around the table just don't know how to tell her that he's dead.
Yeah.
She keeps asking, where is he? And at the end, like, it has to be broken to her that he's not coming to the game because he's not going to be coming to anything else because Jack killed him. Yeah.
Well, fuck. Now I'm sad.
Yeah.
So, to make me not sad, what I want you to do is I'm gonna queue up this next reveal trailer of a game that I've never really gotten into, so never really played. I want you to tell the kids all about it. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to mute that one. We'll go to this one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll press play. I'm going to go grab me another beer.
Go grab another beer. Alrighty. So, The Witcher 3 is an amazing, amazing game. Just in vanilla form. Like, you can spend just 100 hours just trying to explore the whole goddamn game. And then they came out with an expansion. Came with a couple of expansions, but this one is arguably the best one. It is called Blood and Wine. And it basically... And it just expands the game by so much. And it doesn't take away from the main story or the quality that CD Projekt Red established with The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which was already an amazing game, like top notch. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I think between Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Blood and Wine, and the other expansion that the name escapes me right now.
Is it Hearts of Stone?
Yeah, Hearts of Stone.
Okay,
That's like, you could, okay. Yeah, you could spend like 200 hours.
Yeah.
Just easy. Just exploring everything, doing all the side quests, doing all that stuff.
So, was this an expansion pack that, like... Because, like, we've talked about a few other ones so far. tonight. Like even like the Diablo 2 one, it was like, hey, this is Act 5, and it's got this story through line. Does this have that? Because you're saying it's like expanding the world. Does it have like its own really big, like, this is a whole new fucking storyline, or is it just, hey, here's more of The Witcher 3?
It's like, here is more of The Witcher.
Okay.
It's like this, it takes place in the same world, but it's hey man,
Exactly how
like
I
here's the
remembered
main
it.
story, but then here's all this other, like, you don't have to worry about the wild hunt and like the convergence of like the magic world and this world. It's like, hey man, here's some other like crazy goofy ass Witcher shit you can get into. You know, like here are those filler moments in those Witcher episodes where Henry Cavill's just like fighting the shit out of something.
Yeah.
Because they needed to get this thing to 45 minutes.
Be honest,
So, I mean,
I've not watched any of the series.
You're not fine.
I've tried multiple times to play The Witcher 3.
Get it.
Can't do it.
Toussaint, the land of
This
love
is
and
one,
Exactly how I remembered it.
like, this is a game that I will constantly start, play the shit out of for a while, and then, like, get to a point I'm like, this is great. Oh shit. What the fuck? And then I have to go away and do something.
Yeah.
And then I just don't come back to it for like 2 or 3 months. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Well, time to start all over again. So, yeah, it's one of those, like, it's always installed on my PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
But it's never, like...
You've never finished it.
like, it's one of those just, like, you can see just, like, how dedicated I was or, like, how much time I had on my hands.
Yeah.
With the different save files.
The land of love and light.
It's just like,
Exactly
damn it.
how I remembered it.
No.
Because there are times where I try to, like...
Yeah.
But yeah, there's times where I try to, like, jump back into it. But then it's just like, I forgot how to play the game. I forgot where I am in the story. Like, I end up making a very dumb decision that is immediately apparent that was a bad idea. So it's just like, nope. Done.
Henry, why'd you do that? What? I thought it was a good idea at the time.
Seemed fun.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this one, actually, and this is the reason I watch this one now, segues perfectly into, we reached out on the socials and asked y'all about what your favorite DLCs are and kind of the biggest ones for you.
Exactly how I
And
remembered it.
one of the first replies that I got, and I want to pull up the text here again, is from actually a good buddy of mine, Brandon Arndt. Used to live out here in Utah. He's moved back home. The only problem with him is that he's a Sporting KC fan. It's gross, I know, but he replied on Facebook. He said, story-wise, there are a ton of great ones just between the Fallout and Mass Effect series, which we've already talked about. And then he says, but my favorite has to be Cyberpunk's Phantom Liberty, at least for now. Which we've got the official launch trailer here of Phantom Liberty.
Relic will finish me sooner rather than
Just-
later.
From
One CD Projekt Red to another.
Yep.
And Phantom Liberty
Good, terrible.
was not just more of Cyberpunk 2077, which it was, you know, be honest. It was. It expanded the map. Actually, no, it didn't expand the map. It just kind of... There was a big chunk of the map that they just kind of redid, because it was mostly just like empty shit that you couldn't really access, and now it's a whole section of the city that has its own story and its own life.
What would you do in my
But the whole story of Phantom Liberty is your character V gets contacted via the implant that you have, and it's like, hey, come over here to Dogtown because the president of the NUSA crash landed, and you have to come save her. And you go over there, you save her, you do all this, you interact with Idris Elba.
Hey.
Yeah, he is one of the main characters in this that you work with or work against, depending on your choices, all this stuff. But let me make sure it's got the okay. Yeah, the Phantom Liberty DLC it's the storyline itself would be great. I loved Cyberpunk 2077. Okay. From the jump, I played it on the Series S when it first came out, so I didn't have all of the issues that like the kind of last gen had. So I was able to play it, just play the fuck out of it from day one. And Phantom Liberty, great story DLC, which would be enough for me. But this was also CD Projekt Red's way of completely revamping Cyberpunk 2077. Added new driving physics, completely redid the perk and kind of progression system. That to the point where when I came in to do Phantom Liberty, I had to completely respec my character because it said, "Hey, we refunded all of your points because we changed it, so go in and, do whatever you want. Here's all your points back. Go in and set up your character," because my character was, maxed. Changed almost everything about the game that people hated to make it better. There were some things I wasn't a fan of because it made some things not as stupid fun for me, but that's just me.
Hey,
But yeah, Phantom Liberty is an incredible DLC, and it sounds like they did a very similar thing to with Blood and Wine, where it's like, hey, here's the world that you love, and just way more of it.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah.
Clock's ticking.
Yeah, that's one I need to put some time into.
I know you do.
Think this is it, kiddo.
You know what, Mike? We got about 24 hours coming up in November.
So many mistakes.
That is true.
I could think of worse
Very
games
true.
that you could spend 24 hours in and not get anywhere.
Yeah, it's just goddamn.
Claim to be an agent now.
Oh man! But also, total side note, I do want to pick up the Cyberpunk tabletop game and try to get a game of that going.
Yeah.
Because it's different than it is. It's a tabletop dice rolling game, but it's different than D&D. So yeah, that's definitely one where I'm just that would be fun and hilarious to do.
I have done so much reading about the Cyberpunk world for 2077 and going back to read about how it connects to the tabletop game and everything, and that's something that I want to fucking play too.
Oh yeah, we'll figure out how we can get a game going.
Yeah,
because man, I think it would be hilarious to just see either just run it straight or just kind of come up with a little one shot and just be hey, so this is something I created, so this is how we're doing it, and I will just put you in the most ridiculous conditions.
So let's see here. Let's go to our next one here from our friend Erdy Cooper, over on the Twitter at StoryMotorsPod. Go ahead and follow us because we'll tweet about what we're about to record, and if you have any thoughts for us for that episode, you can definitely hit us up. Cooper. I'm gonna pull this one up here and make sure it's looped. Cooper says, the first piece of DLC I ever bought was the Not Whole Island DLC in Fable 2. And I bought it purely so that I could resurrect my dog. I have no idea what else happens on Not Whole Island, or if I ever even did it, but I got my dog back, and that was worth it.
Most important thing.
So this video is from a month ago. Shit.
Jeez.
TW Gamer. Okay. Leave a cheeky like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna like it. There you go. There's your first one.
Oh boy.
For Fable 2, and it's just bringing dog back to life. Oh, do you turn a person into your dog?
What?
It's fine. It's fine with me. And you have a halo, so that was a good thing?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, I can't tell you what the fuck happens in Knothole Island. But, Cooper got their dog back, and that's all that really matters.
Most important thing.
Things are so much better now, don't you think?
Follow.
Okay.
So, you person that loves me, Catherine, go ahead and follow me.
I guess you're not as great as I thought you were.
Go into this crypt. Oh. So you lure them in here with the pretense of fucking. And then you say, hey, go ahead and just chill here for a minute.
Hang out.
Go ahead and just hang out here. Stay there. I'm going to pull this lever. Everything's cool. To offer a sacrifice.
Don't worry about a thing, baby.
To the crypt. And now Catherine turns into the dog who is...
Incredible.
Oh, cool, it wasn't me.
What the fuck?
That's Molyneux, baby.
God, yeah, that... Man. Definitely Molyneux.
And then one more that we had here. This has the trailer for it. Oh, excuse me. Did you ever play Control?
I did not, no.
Whatever you
Did you
do,
ever play Alan Wake?
stay in the light.
Nope. I did not.
Oh, okay. I tried playing Alan Wake for a little bit. Could not really, but it was like when it first came out, and I was way more impatient. But Control, the Ultimate Edition, was added to Game Pass earlier this year or last year at some point, which came with all the DLC. And I tried that game out, and Control is incredible. Highly recommend playing Control. But the way that it does the DLC is that it's just kind of missions in the game. So as you're going through the game and you're picking up like these side missions and everything, it's just like, hey, go over here and check this thing out. You know? And then that is part of the DLC. So I'm someone who hasn't played Alan Wake, but I played the shit out of Control that had all this DLC. And this was our friend Madeline Stanley, aka Mad Exposure,
Stay in the light.
who was on our episode about horror games. And I'm going to put this out here now. Madeline did say that she was going to come back and talk with us when the Until Dawn remake comes out to talk about the differences, because she fucking loves Until Dawn. Talk about the differences between the original and the remake. So, yeah, look forward to that one. But yeah, on the Twitter, Story Motors Pod, the Alan Wake DLC for Control, what a way to link those universes and make Control even scarier. And as someone, once again, have not played Alan Wake, this DLC was incredible trying to figure out what the fuck was happening. And I remember as I was playing Control, I knew that there was this Alan Wake DLC. I didn't know what it was, didn't know it was going to trigger it, anything like that. And my good friend, our good friend Nick, is a big Alan Wake fan, and he's played Control and everything. So every time I would kind of see something weird or new, I would text him, be like, hey, I'm in Control and this just happened. Is this the Alan Wake thing? He'd be like, nah. I was like, okay. And I'd keep going. I would get to something else. I was like, hey, I just saw this weird thing. Is this Alan Wake? He's like, nope, not Alan Wake. I was like, oh, that's just the game? Holy shit. And then finally I was like, hey, this thing just happened. Is this Alan Wake? And he's like, fuck yeah, it is. Have fun. And, yeah. If you haven't played Control, do it. Yeah, Control is just a phenomenal game. And the thing with this Alan Wake DLC also is that as you kind of progress in the story of it, you go to this hotel, which I forget the name of the hotel, but it's like important in the game, where you go through, and that's kind of how you interact with some of the things in the world. Is you go to this hotel and you have to do something, and then you go through a door and all this stuff. But as you're going through the hotel and you unlock different things and you go through the story, there's just like an overlay on the screen of Alan Wake writing his story.
Huh.
So just like in the game world itself, it's like a projector up on the wall that just kind of just fills up the entire screen of the Alan Wake character, like talking and writing, and you hear the keyboard as he's writing his story, which is what's happening in the game. And it's just a phenomenal framing of this type of like story to add this into the Control world, which these are the same. It's the same universe, you know, the Remedy Games universe, all pretty much all connected. They've confirmed to the point where in Alan Wake 2, the most recent DLC for Alan Wake 2 is a Control DLC. So it expands on the world of like the Federal Bureau of Control, the oldest house. Jesse Faden, the new director of the Bureau, who is the main character of Control. But if you haven't played Control, fucking play it. Play it.
Hell yeah.
But, Mikey, the last one that I want to talk about here is actually the reason that I had this idea in the first place.
Okay.
I just want to talk about this one a little bit, because I haven't done too much in it yet. And this is the DLC for Starfield,
The great serpent
Shattered Space.
around the whole universe. He watched
Okay.
over our families,
I don't know if you've played
guided us through tough
Starfield
times,
at all, really. I don't think you have.
and said one day
I have not,
he'd send
no.
a promise
Okay.
one to answer our prayers. To give us all the worlds of the settled systems.
So, Starfield is Bethesda.
It's just
the-
a matter of time.
What is it? The first new universe that Bethesda Softworks has made in the 25 years. I don't know how they fucking said it. It's Skyrim in space.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is, as someone who loves Bethesda RPGs, I fucking love this. And I loved Starfield. It was definitely my favorite game of 2023. And Shattered Space, from what I've played so far, is... And this is going to sound like a bad thing, but it's not. It's more Starfield. But the entire story is set on this one planet that you were never supposed to find, because it's like it's hidden to the point where people that are from here get sent out into the rest of the universe on missions, essentially like, you know, kind of spy stuff for them. And they never go back home.
Oh.
So they don't even know where this world is, and due to a series of events, you end up on this planet. And just so far, that's kind of all I've done so far, is that series of events that gets me here, and then I become one of their people. And now I'm kind of going through, and there's a whole storyline of experimentation, you know, kind of destroying their whole, you know, part of their society, and a higher power causing mischief and shit, you know, causing these problems. But yeah, Starfield Shattered Space came out yesterday, actually. As we're recording this on Monday, and like I said, it's more Starfield, and it's just, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
this is fine.
He watched over our families.
Yeah, more Starfield, which to me is great. I'm gonna switch back over here, and we're gonna stop that video. Yeah, more Starfield, which is for me phenomenal. And it's a handcrafted storyline on this one planet, as opposed to the story of Starfield, which is kind of across this whole universe. And then there's 1,000 planets. A lot of them you can visit, you can land on, but they're just kind of like, it's, you know, hey, here's a planet that you can land on and you can walk around on, but there's nothing there because it's not habitable. You know, stuff like that. But that Shattered Space DLC is the reason that I had this idea for this topic this week.
I like it.
So, thank everybody for giving us your DLC thoughts. I have one, just a quick little thing before we go out, just because this just happened today. And once again, when this podcast goes out, it'll be way shorter than it is right now.
Okay.
So, Kind of Funny, which I've talked about quite a bit, honestly. Way too much. Kind of Funny's has a daily news show called Kind of Funny Games Daily. Mm-hmm. Okay. And there's a bit at the beginning of every episode where they do like housekeeping or whatever, which is just like, hey, this is what's coming up after this, or this is what we're doing later. And then they'll say, time for some news. And then there's the other person on the other side being like, da-da-da-da-da. And then it's like, today we have this many stories. And then it's followed up by a baker's dozen, and they start the show. No matter how many stories it is, it's a bit. So it's a baker's dozen is the bit, whatever. In August, they did a thing for their Patreon members where if you signed up for a certain tier of Patreon, you could record your own baker's dozen message and send it in, and they would play it during one of the episodes. And I did that. I submitted mine at the end of August, and all throughout September did not get played. And I was like, mine was a bit longer, as you'll hear, and they didn't play it. And I was like, oh, did I fuck up? Did I make it too long? Did they not want to play it for whatever reason? And today, being the first day of spooky season, Halloween, they played it.
Nice.
So I just want to play that little clip here. So this, I think, starts a little bit before that. They're doing a little bit like the housekeeping here.
Games Cast, which is Greg's Starfield Shattered Space review.
Blessing.
And then after that, the stream is going to be Greg playing some more of that Starfield. If you're a Kind of Funny member, you can, of course, get today's Greg away. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Delaney Twining and Carl Jacobs. Today we're brought to you by Shady Rays, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin with what is, and forever will be, the Roper Report. It's time for some news. We have 7 stories today.
Hello, Kind of Funny. I'd like to play a game. Underneath each of your seats, you will find a set of instructions.
No, Mom, get out of here. I'm trying to do a thing. God damn it. A baker's dozen.
That's good.
I like that came right on time for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's also fucked up because as I started, I was like, what if it's for real?
What is Greg putting us through right now?
Yeah, like what if I look under my scene, there actually is a fucking letter or some shit.
It did freak me out when I edited this, just to put it in MP3 format. Like the knocking on the door, I was like, oh shit. Who's knocking on the door right now?
Barrett's actually playing the game, like looks back.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Hawks for that one.
Oh, shout out Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Hawks.
Yeah, so it was
Nice.
That was fun. Yeah,
Very cool.
I think I made that after we recorded one night, and I had been drinking. I had an original idea that I just could not get to work, so I was like, I'm gonna do a Saw thing.
Okay.
My original idea was, hey, I'm gonna do the voice modulation from Imogen Heap's Hide and Seek. And kind of like parody that, but I could not. That's so much more than just making a dumbass Saw voice. Mike, before we let the kids go here, what do you got for us? What do you want to let us know about? What are you streaming tonight? You said you're going to try to do some Fallout London tonight?
Yep, tonight, Fallout London. If it's working, I got some fun announcement art that I've already got scheduled to go up on Thursday, continuing with my theme of stereotypical Britishness.
Oi, bruv.
Oi, bruv.
Bruv.
Trainers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely see if I can get a high-res picture of the big book of British Smiles, because everything I'm finding on the internet is tiny. So might have to get creative here with Disney Plus. But yeah, so Fallout London. If that doesn't work, I'm just gonna immediately pivot to probably Fallout New Vegas and just jump into that playthrough that I'm doing with my kind of hacked character.
Okay.
whatever. I don't
So
care.
probably just some Fallout tonight at least.
Yeah, some Fallout or some variety.
Okay.
So,
okay.
yeah, man. But yeah, there's that, and yeah, now that we're a little closer to it, we have our Extra Life campaigns going. I got my little donation counter thing going on in the bottom right hand of my screen. Terrible.
Got lasers.
Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, so on my Twitch page, there's a place where you go directly donate to my campaign. So do that. Help us help kids.
Yeah, we have a Story Motors podcast team. If you'd like to join it, obviously let us know. We've got a bit of time before the big date of November 2nd, 3rd, which is when Mike and I are going to be doing 24 hours of streaming, not consecutively. We're going to be doing 12. Yep. Take time. 12.
Yep.
Okay. We're fucking old. All right.
God.
Yeah. But yeah, we've also had Sen Nuggies join our team and Verum Dex join our team. So if you donate to any of our links or their links, it goes towards our team total, which is phenomenal. But yeah, we'll definitely be talking about more plans, more concrete plans closer to November 2nd and 3rd. So
yep. So, but yeah, just letting y'all know that's out there, and yeah. And Robert, what do you got coming up? You got anything fun coming on?
So for tonight, no. I might stream. I don't think I will, to be honest with you. I'm playing some Shattered Space right now. But when this goes up tomorrow, once again, just want to shout out over at Urban Lounge, the Salt City United 15th anniversary hour fundraiser. It is free at Urban Lounge in Salt Lake City. We've got bands. The one that I fucked up last week and I wasn't sure who it was is actually a DJ. So sorry about that.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's a DJ that's going to be like spinning before, in between all the sets and everything, and there's some live music, great raffles with great prizes. Like I said, I got the frame poster there, or the frame thing there. Come on out to Urban Lounge if you're in Salt Lake, or if you are coming out to Salt Lake for whatever fucking reason. That is going to be October 4th. So he doesn't listen to the podcast anyway, but today, October 3rd, happy anniversary to my beloved spouse. I love you.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Today is our wedding anniversary. And then October 6th is our kind of original anniversary, when we started actually dating. So
okay. Very cool.
Yeah. But then next week, like I said, October 11th, and I'll talk about this again next week, I'm just going to stream Metaphor, because I have the day off work, so why not?
Might as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Follow us on the Twitters, on the YouTubes. Give us a thumbs up. Tell us what you want to hear. Tell us what you want us to talk about. Any topics that you have, let us know.
Yes, please let us know.
We appreciate it.
And also, and also interact with it wherever you find it. You don't have to give us the thumbs up. You don't have to subscribe. Just, do something. Comment. Yeah. Let us know what you liked. Let us know what you didn't.
Anything.
Just
and
seriously.
Then, share with your grandma.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, listens, views, they count the same. So.
Yeah. All right. Mikey, I'm going to hit that music.
You're going to hit that music.
I'm going to hit that music right now.
Hell yeah. Hit that music.
All right. We'll see you all next week for whatever our topic is. We'll find out together. Okay.
It'll be an adventure for us all.
Yeah, but thank you for hanging out with us. Dex, I'm seeing you up here. Love you. You are great. Send nuggies. See you next week.
Damn. Savagery. By the way, they want you to explode.
What?
When I was watching Dex earlier, they said, tell Hawks that exclamation point explode, Mr. Hawks.
I'm gonna blow up Send Nuggies and shoot her into the goddamn sun. Okay?
Our team leader, ladies and gentlemen.